does someone trash talking you all night kind of amp you up?
It's a nice game within the game, and it's not the first, not gonna be the last time. You always try to bring another level of. We always have it, but you definitely bring another level of competitiveness when fun stuff like that happens during the game. I take it all as entertainment, and sometimes you need a little boost. So I never really play into it much. Obviously, I ain't saying nothing back, so just hoop and have fun with it.
I was gonna say, Kevin Porter in his post game said that he was asking you for advice close to the end of the game, and you gave it. Why do you take that mentorship or think it's important to teach those younger guys?
I mean, I can do a good job of separating the 48 minutes and everything else in terms of quote unquote giving back to the game, because I had a lot of people that did that for me. And he asked a solid question on how I approach a certain part of the game, and want to give him what I knew. It's, like I said, you kind of pass the torch on to some of that wisdom off, but I had to wait till after the buzzer.
Steph, when you get going like that, like the fourth quarter that you had, do you just know when you're in that zone?
I mean, yeah, you know when you're in that zone, but you always feel like the next shot is going to start a vibe like that. That's why it's obviously there's no secret how I've been shooting the ball recently, but the confidence is always like it just takes one to ignite a night like that in the fourth quarter like that. And me and Coach had a conversation this morning just about where we are in the season and all that, and he made a comment on it's like he never coached somebody like me that could shoot the way I have been, and he's hesitant to talk about what shots I should take and all that because my confidence is through the roof in my game, and the work that you put in is going to show up eventually. So, that's the way you have to approach it. So, it's the major even keel, approach. Like this 82 game schedule, and year after year after year after year, there's so many different emotional roller coaster rides that you can go on, but just gotta stick with the program.
Stephen Silas said that after you hit the buzzer beater against them last week and then had your big fourth quarter tonight, he doesn't want to see you again for a while.
Do we play them again? I don't even know. No. That's my guy, though. He knows. He saw me from day one when he was out here in Golden State as assistant coach, and I'm so proud of the way he's gone through his career, and now he's at the helm of a franchise trying to recreate what they had, and I got faith that he can make it happen. Just not on our watch.
Steph, with the career that you've had, is it's funny to you, or what do you think when so much is made about a so-called shooting slump after all you've done?
It's the gift and the curse of the bar that you set. Like, it's part of the nature. You can get all the praise when things are going well, and obviously, there's something to talk about when I don't meet that level. And it's not so much the commentary, because I obviously, when I walk off the court, I'm the first one to judge the way that I play and understand when I don't meet that level, and you try to deal with the frustration when that happens over a consistent period of time. And obviously it's a little new, but it's keeping me kind of dialed in on how to still impact the game, even if shots aren't falling, and understand that when they do fall, we're extremely tough to beat. We're already tough to beat, but that's got to be a part of us trying to win a championship. So, like I said, it just requires you to remove yourself from the moment and understand the big picture of all the work that you put in is going to show up, and it has before, and it's going to do it again.
Steph, over the years, how have you learned to sort of pick your spots as kind of a combo guard, point guard, and somebody that shoots the way you do? Like, how do you get that feel to know when to attack and when to kind of set up the guys up?
I mean, I always come out aggressive, and that's been part of the MO is you want to be intentional about trying to create space, trying to create good shots for yourself. And usually that comes with a little extra attention on defense. And then that's just a field thing of when to, move it on. And obviously our offense is predicated on, it's not ISO heavy. It's, getting the ball moving, body moving, setting screens for each other to try to find their first open shot and a good look. And so that makes it a little bit easier because it's just in the natural flow of the offense. But then down the stretch of a game, if you got it going, you start to call a couple sets that get you into that playmaking position. And if not, and somebody else got it going, you feed the hot hand. And we have the ability to kind of switch it up, from time to time. So it caters to both ways that I can approach the offensive end.
Earlier, you talked about giving back to the game. Jalen Green told us earlier this week that when he was going through a shooting slump in the G League, that you gave him a call and told him, I've been through it too. Just keep shooting. Coach Silas told us that he has notes and a blueprint on you from when you were a rookie that he told you what you need to work on, and he showed that to Jalen as well. What does that mean when you have people saying, that you are the blueprint and someone to look up to?
Man, it's definitely flattering, but it's also a part of the process of, being great in this league and being around for a long time. And I know I've had guys that I looked up to for inspiration, whether I got to talk to them or meet them or whatnot. It's different, maybe a different story, but there's always an influence there. And it will continue to be that cycle. And it's kind of surreal to be on the other side of like, that story coming up, a lot more consistently. But I definitely appreciate the ability to still be doing what I'm doing at the level that I'm doing and feeling the way that I feel physically to hopefully maintain this while, you see guys try to follow the same, rise as I was on, my whole career.
You worked out with Jalen when he was in high school. Is it a little surreal to see him, starting NBA games as like a 19-year-old now?
Absolutely. If you look at like some of those guys, I was joking, like JK and Moody, Jalen, all the same age. They were like 13, 14 when we won our first championship, 15, something like that. And like just thinking about them watching on TV and kind of being in awe of that level of, high level basketball now being, side by side, it is kind of crazy. So, again, it's part of the ability to keep, welcome them and welcome the new generation and like that influence and all that, but still not pass the torch too soon.
Go ahead, one more.
One said that the chirping doesn't faze you, but in that moment, did that give you a little bit of a spark?
I mean, like I said, I don't react in that way. It's just go hoop, and obviously there's a little adrenaline rush for sure. But yeah, whatever gas got going in the tank to get you out of a certain kind of low point, I'll take it.
All right, one on Zoom. Go ahead, Anthony Slater.
Yeah, when you're going off in the fourth, were you looking over your shoulder at all, wondering if they were going to go with the typical mid-quarter rest, or was there any conversation about that?
No, I wasn't thinking about it at all because I knew tonight was one of those. I know how I've been shooting and playing and all that. I know I had it going, so it would have been a not a welcome sight to see somebody come get me on the substitution right then and there. So it was the right call for sure. I won that one tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Covering Wicks in here for a couple of quick questions.
Yep.